Welcome back. You are watching Metropole Television. My name is Simbalaja Charles Kiage. Talk to us live at Metropole TVKE across all your social media platforms. I am at Kiage Simba. Let's get talking this morning on exactly what we have for you on your sector trends, artificial intelligence, augmented reality and virtual reality are some of the technologies to watch out for in 2021 and onwards, because they define and alter the future of technology and how things are done. Well, this morning, discussing the future of tech in a world that is drastically changing, we are joined by William KAMORE, who's the LG senior trainer and content manager. William, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you in studio. How are you?
Fantastic. Happy to have you around this morning. I mean, we're talking about a very interesting position this morning, but we're talking about technology and the innovation space that has really evolved in the space of the pandemic. But then, William, let's get the picture first from you on how the tech space, especially in your area, is evolving currently.
Well, you see, since the onset, let's say since the onset of the pandemic from last year, you find that people have been fascinated by new technologies and how new technologies are coming up. And another thing is that you find that most companies became innovation driven, such that there were a lot of input, especially in technology space. And with the emergence of, let's say, like what you mentioned, the virtual reality worlds and augmented reality worlds, that have come into being, giving most people a much more immersive or futuristic look at the lives that we have been living. And you find that during let's say like last year, like the most people want to get more information and want to learn more about new technology, and that has all come about in by accessing now the digital space or the virtual reality space, which gives you how can I say, an out of life experience in terms of our living, like from shopping to entertainment to to concerts, to like everything has evolved with time.
Yes. All right, now let's talk about your space, William. And I know that you are the LG senior trainer and a content manager. How has your specific space, therefore, in LG evolved when we're talking about 2020 to where we are right now? Have you been directly into enabling technology or just standalone tech?
Well, you see, especially let me talk about in terms of our electronics field,
Yes.
and also let's say like entertainment or home appliances, because you see this on a brand level, we have found that it has helped, let's say like virtual reality has helped also the research and development side to be able to see how the products they're designing, how they can be able to fit into people's lives. So this way now the technology has been more consumer centric and also making products that are innovative and useful to human beings that can fit in any of your living spaces. And now when talking about now on the consumer level, you find that like I'm sure even you've ever done shopping online, and you find that now it's taking it now to a higher level on how then can you be able to drive this shopping experience online. And that's like the use of the virtual reality, or what we call maybe using some hard terms, what we call like the metaverse. The metaverse is now like the combination of the universe and other things beyond, such that LG on its hand, like LG launched an AR app for your TV, such that you can be able to see how the TV can fit in your living room without you having to buy that TV. So with your phone, you can just log in through the app, select the TV you want, and take a picture of your living room space, and you get to see how this TV will actually look like in your house before you even purchase it. So yeah, it's actually a very exciting experience also for all of us here, for us in the company, and also for consumers at the consumer level.
Pretty much. Now, let's confirm that then, because especially when we're talking about the regional economy, let's talk about East Africa as well. Majority of the way in which we've been looking at the way that we adopt tech in East Africa, we can be blamed to be slow to that compared to other economies as well. Well, would you say that once we got into the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, you were saying that the acceleration, the way in which we're adopting technology has improved, or we still consider laggards?
Yes, so you see, from the onset of the pandemic, it was like you had said that before in East Africa, or in Africa as a whole, we had a slow uptake in terms of technology and how best we can be able to adopt. But you find that, like I said, through that year from 2020 to 2021, you find that most people now got more information, like information started trickling down to us, and most people started finding out that actually technology is here to help. And that's why you can find even with the increase in internet penetration, the bandwidth power in East Africa or in Kenya meant more people can be able to access information from wherever they are and from whatever medium they are using.
Yes. All right. So when we're talking about the tech that probably LG is getting into, let's talk about electronics. William, what sort of electronics are we looking at in the future from LG? Are they the ones that must be completely integrated in the lives of your customers?
Well, you see, the future is getting much. I mean, we cannot predict the future.
Yes.
What we can do is prepare well for it in advance. And what I can say is that at LG Electronics, that the products that we are developing or we aim to bring are meant to make our lives easier, such that they meant to make our life easier for having innovative products that do cater for energy saving factors like that, even giving us a better lifestyle in our terms of using. And now that you also mentioned what the future, there is also another group that most people have not been thinking about, and also LG will be targeting, is the millennial group. And you find the millennials are coming up very much, and these guys are up to date with the technology. So getting to keep up with the millennial age, and also having still to adopt and take care of the current customers that we are, is what we are aiming at to do.
So one factor that really stands out, especially when we talk about tech, is the way in which internet penetration and tech go side by side, William. It's a bit now getting complex. You can't sort of talk about the internet without talking about technology. Talk to me about this Internet of Things. How much enshrined do you think tech is going to be, and your company LG as well, looking into the future?
Well, you see, the technology, I can say technology is limitless when it comes to what you can be able to handle, let's say, online.
Yes.
The online space is untapped. Like, no one can be able to do that. But in terms of our lives, you'll find that nowadays, like most of our devices or gadgets, they are interconnected. And that's what we aim to do, that like at LG Electronics, having the Internet of Things through our applications like ThinQ that enables you to space in your house, meaning you can be able to control your fridge, your washing machine, your AC, your fan through your phone, even when you're at work or even when you're at home through the TV, giving you a much more easier way to do your things. And talking about TV, actually, we aim, because like you see, the TV is usually the window to the other realities. So
yes,
giving users a better immersive viewing will make sure that you are able to visit all these virtual spaces that you can be able to get.
Pretty much. All right, so let's talk about what you think is, the biggest undoing now for William to this penetration of tech in the local space. Would you point out some of those that you've encountered at LG?
Come again, the biggest what?
The biggest undoing to the penetration of technology in the economy.
The biggest undoing. But what I can say is you find that sometimes the internet penetration, let's say in like rural spaces,
yes,
is not that strong. And then also you get that in urban spaces there is a lot of competition. So it's up to brands to be able to keep up with the competition that's going on, especially in urban in urban areas, because you find that in urban spaces, most people are more creative, they adapt technology well. So you get that if let's say if you sleep in your class, then you will be left behind, especially that. So I can say maybe competition and maybe in other rural setups.
Yes. So can we talk about the specific demographic that this tech is meant for, especially for the products of your company, William? Because it's an interesting conversation that you face majority of the times, that the people who are vast enough to use these products are either, yes, they know they exist, they know how they work, but then they will not in one way or another afford them. Those who can afford them because of the price points may rather not use tech. Are we now at a point where we have addressed growing tech and the cost of this tech?
At the point that we are at, what I can say is you find that in terms also of the economic demographics, you find especially from let's say from the high-end customers that we encounter, and also from like in Kenya, you find that most or majority of the households are at the middle income level. So now at the middle income level, we also have like let's say 3 classes of the middle level. So you find that there's the high end, and then there's also the mid, and then the low end. So you find the high end more information on how best about to get these kinds intertwined with the technology. But with time, we've found that the Kenyan economy space, especially for the middle level class, it's actually going and increasing. And from this, you can check, like in urban areas, the rise up of a lot of real estate developments, and also the increase in infrastructure. So you do find that even if the economy is taking a punch, we still have people who still are able to survive within that space.
Pretty much. Let's clear the conversation this morning like this then. William, it is 2021. Yes. Your company got into 2020. You were forced to get into tech, accelerate innovation around that space so you can accommodate the economy that was sort of migrating online and starting to adopt tech on a high level.
Yes.
What we have in store for 2021, what is the space that we expect LG to move into sooner?
Well, you see, the space I can say is from last year, actually, yes. LG was able to merge, especially in East Africa, and one of its kind in Africa. We were able to merge the online and offline experiences for customers. So we see the early adoption of e-showrooms. So the e-showrooms spruced up, like I mentioned before, we were trying to reach up into other rural setups to get these people to adopt the technology. So like the launch of the e-showroom in Nanyuki and also in Kisumu meant that whatever you see or whatever you get to access online, you can be able to visit an offline shop and get to see these products physically. But now, in terms of what we have in store for this year, is I can say is we will be having a new launch for new products to be coming into this market, especially for TVs, to try and give most people the best immersion that you can get from the TV. And also from last year, we saw a good uptake in terms of other home appliances like refrigerators, washing machines. So new products are coming up in line with what we have in store for East Africa market.
Pretty much. William KAMORE, LG Senior Trainer and Content Manager, thank you very much for making your time this morning, sir, to speak to us here at Metro 4 Television.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. We take a short break. Once we come back, more sector trends.